Hey Soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing an 11/11 special reading. We're taking a look at your portal of abundance. What type of abundance is happening in your life at the moment? To do this reading, I will be pulling out 3 cards from this deck. But of course, if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box. All right, so let's get straight into it. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile number 3. Let's see what we have for today's reading. For pile number 1, you have the Yin card. For pile number 2, you've got Co-Create. And for pile number 3, you've got Building Blocks. As always, if you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you've got the Rose Quartz. For pile number 2, you've got the Dalmatian Jasper. And for point, these are points of course, for pile number 3, you've got the Bloodstone point. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. If you're feeling drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It's taking you to your portal of abundance. You might just be lucky with different abundance portals opening up for you on this day. So trust your intuition. Whether you're drawn to one, several, or all, these will be your piles. And once you're done picking your piles, you will find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your reading. I also want to note that in a moment, I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your signs, then my dear soul family, as you know, this part of the introduction was created specifically for you. And in a moment, after some shuffling, I will be drawing out different zodiac signs for each pile. All right, let's get straight into it. Whoa, wow. So we definitely have a strong Pisces in pile number 2. If you have any Pisces placement, I highly recommend you check out pile number 2. But let's get straight into it. So for pile number 1, the signs are Cancer, Scorpio, as well as Gemini, for pile number 2, the signs are, as we know, Pisces, Sagittarius, as well as Aries. And for, I don't know why it's not adjusted this one. There we go. And for pile number, oh, why am I drawing 3? These are 3 piles. We need to draw out 4 signs for each pile. My apologies. So for pile 1, the new sign here is Aquarius. For pile number 2, the remaining sign is Capricorn. And of course, for pile number 4, the signs are Leo, Libra, Taurus, as well as Virgo. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I, of course, highly recommend you check out the three, especially in today's reading. Who wouldn't want to see what their full reading of abundance is? And also, by the way, if you prefer to pick your piles using other placements in your chart, please feel free to do that. Once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times, and I will see you in your readings. Hey pile number 1, welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at your portal of abundance. What type of abundance is entering your life at the moment? These are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them down in the description box. This reading will be done a little bit differently today. First, I'll take a quick understanding of what this blessing is, and then we'll be doing a Celtic cross so that we understand the past of this energy, the present, the future, and how it's going to play out in your life. So that's the plan. I hope you enjoy it. Very quickly, your crystal is the beautiful rose quartz point. Your significator card is the yin card. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini, and Aquarius. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Right, so let's get straight into it. And first of all, identify what this type of abundance that is entering your life at the moment. You've got Taurus. This is Venus, Venusian energy. That's perhaps why you have the yin, the feminine energy. Right, so you've got the connoisseur with comfort, luxury. Oh, so that's the receptivity, the energy of receiving something. Comfort, luxury, reliable. You also got stubborn, possessive, hard work, life's pleasures, which is very much Taurus energy for sure. Serenity, productive, determination, absolutely Taurus energy as well. Stability, all of it. But like I'm talking about the potent energy. Second house, ruler of the second house. You've got, Mars in Virgo with criticism. That's the 6th house, right? Ooh, I'm seeing another element. You know what's in common as well? So there are two things in common between Taurus and 6th house Virgo energy. It could be work and abundance because of work, but also the body is another element. Taurus is, the 2nd house is the body, as well as Virgo has to do with health, the 6th house. So these two elements are at play. Also feminine energy is the same, by the way, the Empress energy. So these two elements perhaps are tied together when it comes to your abundance. Very interesting how your cards are showing this. Very, very interesting. Right, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the Chariot with awareness. I told you there's something about you as well, specifically. Perhaps this is like a change of your health and body as well, right? You've got, wow, the Strength card with courage. Really nice. You've got the High Priestess. Wow. And you've got the 5 of Pentacles with the Outsider. Pentacles as well is like lack. So here's the thing. I do, in fact, see these two elements at play when it comes to your abundance. You will see dual nature, two things happening. Entering is the energy of your health getting better, improving, specifically as well how your body is like because we can see criticism here. Maybe there are some things that you would have loved to heal or improve about your health and your looks. And I see you blossoming here. I see this moving. I see you changing. Yeah, I see you changing. You know, your hair, how maybe your skin is glowing, you looking healthier and younger. That's definitely happening. The abundance here is coming in the form of something. There's a spiritual element here. You see, out of a wall, a flower was able to blossom and bloom. So there are some aspects about your body specifically that you are not expecting. You will wonder, how did my body heal this? How did my body heal that? I thought maybe I had to live with this, or how can it blossom in this way? You might even hear your doctor, if you're like checking up with your doctor, saying, oh my God, did you know that this has just improved? I don't know how this happened, but good for you. Whatever you're doing, keep on doing. So your health is improving exponentially to the point of blossoming and changing, affecting your outer looks for sure. And yeah, in fact, right now, if you looked at the reading when I was showing you these two cards, in your reading right now, it was 11-11. So that's definitely going to happen. Also, you're not meant to know how yet with the High Priestess. Your financial situation is changing and it's opening up. Something that used to make you feel like you're locked out, you couldn't get access to maybe more wealth, more money. You're obviously a hard worker with determination in Taurus here, but you're going to be receiving a lot of money. How that is to be revealed in due time with the High Priestess, but it's definitely opening up. A new door is opening up for you that will allow a lot of abundance to come into your life. You'll find out about it in due time, my dear pile number one. Right, so that is what I see as your main energy. Let's keep it here so you can always, you know, look at your cards, that abundance. Whenever you want, we can keep it, actually do it like this. This was first. So this and this, we'll keep them to the side. And let's now prepare your Celtic cross and explore the past, present, and future energies of this abundance. Let's get straight into the Celtic cross and ask, can we get the details for this blessing for pile number one, please? So nice. All right, so the past energy, the present, what's affecting it, your thoughts, your subconscious thoughts, which is very important because as within, so without, the near future. And when it comes to the four cards on the right, that these are the questions. Why is this happening? Why is this happening now? Or why is this happening? What you're not seeing, the pros and cons of the situation, and of course the final outcome. And it seems like the final outcome has an opportunity coming with it. I will keep this oracle deck next to it. I swear, I feel like knocking on the door has become a divine intervention for you guys. I barely have anyone knock on the door except when I'm doing the readings. Hold on, let me see what this is. Maybe it's clearly emphasizing that there is an opportunity that's coming your way. Let's find out. At the end of the day, you've got yin with receive something. All right, let's check the past energy of what we're reading. Transformation, lovely. All right, let's pull out an oracle card. I think I need more information here. Moon in I was gonna say moon in empathy. Moon in Pisces with empathy. So it looks like in the past, like recent past placement of the energy that we're seeing here is that so you're starting to feel like your prayers are being heard, And you are, in fact, have already started to feel like things are transforming in your life. You can see many arms, again emphasizing that you've worked hard. And you can see that there is a lot of changes due to the hard work that you are putting in. Whether this has to do with your body or, excuse me, the money that's coming in, the effort that's coming in. You can see the phoenix rising, which gives me an understanding that you've had it hard. Maybe you've had to rebuild something from zero, or you started a project from zero up. You've had a lot of difficulties, maybe even when it comes to the body. You've maybe had a lot of difficulties there, but overall, in the recent past, that's really nice. You're starting to feel the empathy, like you're starting to feel like the universe is hearing you out, that you're being heard, you're being taken care of, and that things are in fact changing. So this means that this is not going to come in and suddenly shock you. Yes, there are shocking factors, of course, and how much you're going to change, how much you're going to grow, and how much you're going to be making out of things transforming in this way. But this is not 100% new to you. It seems from your past energy that things are already have started transforming. Okay, let's now take a look at your present energy. What you can expect to happen now, or what is happening now. So you've got the Hermit with aloneness. And you can see the Hermit being enlightened here. And what is affecting it? Oh, Knight of Wands with intensity. Okay, Knight of Wands with intensity. You feel like things are moving fast for sure. And it is currently putting you in a state of a lot of reflection. You are being very mindful of how to deal with this intense, quick energy. Ooh, so nice. So you're already in that. Really cool. All right. So you can already see a lot of intense changes. And it is due to you considering a lot of things, but it is also affecting your awareness on things. So a lot of thought. You're going through a lot of thought process at the moment, thinking things like, ooh, these things are transforming, these things are changing, this is intense. So you're like, so what do I need to do with this? What do I need to do with that? What am I supposed to do with this? There's a lot of changes, and with changes comes a lot of, I would say, tasks or things to be mindful with. So a lot of thought here in your present moment. How about, before we open these, let's peek a little bit into this part. Why is this happening? Why is this intense energy happening? I'm guessing it's because of the transformation, obviously. But since we have that, why is this happening? Let's get more information on that. Why is it intense? Why is it moving quickly? Or why is it happening? Let's see what we get. Wow, 10 of Cups. It is your time of great happiness and abundance. That's simply why. It's the time for you to be happy. I feel like your heart is in alignment with your mind. There's a lot of healing that's been going on. And your inner world has lit up. And so it's affecting your outer world as well. So nice to see, my dear pile number 1. Okay, so that's what's going on at the moment. Let's take a look a little bit, since this is about the heart aligning with the mind. Let's see more about that. What are you consciously thinking at the moment? There's a lot of thought process for sure. Oh, great. 6 of Wands. So on top of mind, you're celebrating your success, your victories, the new things that are transforming in your life at the moment. You feel like you're moving in the right direction with such power. You're really happy with your world. Some of you are even like moving. Look at that. That's the world map. Is that some of you may be going from the United States to maybe Europe. Very, very detailed part. You don't have to take it, but I do see it. That is the United States here, going on to Europe. But maybe this signifies a form of move due to that success. Perhaps that intense energy is kind of pushing you to move. That could be moving different things, like maybe you're moving from one position to the other and there's a lot of preparation. Maybe this is causing you to register more things legally in your business, if this is not a position. Maybe you're entering new markets, right? So you're expanding your market, or maybe you're going international. Maybe you are actually traveling, or maybe you just moved offices, who knows? But there is like a significant move that you are celebrating here. So these are things top of mind that you're very happy about, excited about. Definitely yin energy of receiving all through, even from the past energy. All right, let's now take a look at your unconscious mind. What are you thinking deep down? What are the sort of emotions that you are vibrating? Because it's very relevant and very important to know what sort of vibrations are out there. Because again, as within, so without. So you've got the Two of Wands with possibilities. You're exploring. Your mind is in an explorative mode. Moon and Capricorn with practicality. You see, your mind is so into what you're doing here. You're thinking about your success, but that does translate actually energy of the Hermit very well. So you're very aware of your success. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You are expanding your thoughts, and deep down, what you're very focused on is the practical steps that you need to take, all the possibilities you don't want to miss. You're very laser focused. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that. I don't want to miss this. I want to achieve that. Very all of your energy at the moment is so poured into what you're trying to achieve, both in your work and in your body. Let's not forget that you have both energies here. So yeah, it seems like you're succeeding in these two elements. There's transformation in these two elements, and your mind is very much in the energy of, you can even see crops here, like, what am I gonna eat? What's the best thing for me to eat? What am I gonna do with my work? So these are the dual things you're very much focused on. Even personal care, it doesn't just have to be food. Okay, let's now take a look at your near future, very near future. What can you expect? What's the energy there? You've got the Star card with silence. You know, this is the silence before the good thing happens, that pause before the glory. So in the near future, everything is set. You've done what you need to do. You're ready, and all you need to do is take in a deep breath and wait for things to flourish. At this moment, you know that great things are about to happen for you, that your dreams are about to happen. You know it's happening. You know it's going to work out either here or there when it comes to your dreams and finances, and also your hopes about how you're flourishing and blossoming. So you've already done a lot of work in your near future, and you're like, I'm so proud of the efforts that I've done. Great things are about to happen for me. I'm in this between period, waiting to see the marvels of life. Okay, so with everything that we've said and have seen with regards to your abundance, what are you not seeing at the moment? The Tower card, that's an interesting card to have. Can we get clarification, please? There is something, my dear pile number one, that you are not looking at. This is Venus in Leo. It's affair. You know, an affair is something that goes behind your back. Now, that I'm definitely going to expand on before we take a look at the rest of your reading, because it's meant here as guidance, obviously. So what is it? What dangerous thing that is not in your attention at the moment that you need to be careful with? Let's take this one as well. the rebel with the emperor. Let's keep this one to the side for now. Completion, the world card. Seven of Swords with politics. Wow, and you've got the Sun card. Something is hidden here. Politics, the mask. Maybe someone is trying to be smart, snaky, do something behind your back. Let me think about this. It's right under your nose. You just need to put your powerful attention on it, because if you do, you will see it. So what is that? It is pertaining to you taking your power back and releasing yourself from a form of loose control, but if you stay there for long, it's going to become powerful. So this is someone or something that you may overlook. You're like, oh, I'm doing all these important things. That's not so important at the moment. And yes, you could be right. At the moment, and for how loose these changes seem to be, it's not that important. And it may not have an effect on you now. But later on, by time, this loose, weak thing will become stronger, and it might feel like it's suffocating you. So this is saying, don't ignore the very things that are under your nose that you know you need to take care of, because the snake here is surrounding the emperor. So you're aware of this. Don't say things like, okay, I'll deal with this later. Or it's not that important. Yeah, it's not a good thing to do, but it's not that important. Anything in your life at the moment that you are taking lightly, loosely, you're guided to watch out for. It's like, you got this. There's a final piece of the puzzle that you're guided to take care of. It's like you're doing everything right. Don't lose focus there, because it is important. It can escape you if you're not looking at it. It's tricky. So look well into things, and these areas in your life where you're going, yeah, fine, I'll deal with this later. Yeah, I know it's not good in the long term, but I can just let it go now. No, your guides are saying this is what you're not seeing. Things could happen behind your back that you will not notice later, and it could cause issues. If you take care of it now, you have the full power to take care of it now, so do that. Take care of it at the moment and be the light. Be strong, don't let anything affect you. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here in terms of what you're not seeing. That's really nice that we checked that. All right. And then let's take a look at the pros and cons of the situation that you're in. And speaking of that, look at that card, the pros and the cons. There's definitely pros and cons to the great success and the great transformation that is happening in your life at the moment. Ooh. And you know, we kept getting the doorbell and people knocking as we were doing your reading. It seems to me, just a note here, that you're trying to get an opportunity for something and the lock has opened. You're about to be contacted by someone very soon, and you will see abundance in the financial part. It's going to blossom as well. Right. That's like what's probably happening after the silence here. And so in the near future, you're enjoying your life. You're happy with what's happening. You think that this is all, but it's not all. There's more to come. It's the silence before something big happens. Right. So what are very quickly, the pros and cons to the situation that you're in? The Lover's card. The Lover's card is a card of choice. Options. Having options. I think the pros to your situation is that you're very lucky to have the options or the option that you have. So that is a great con. It allows you to do more things, expand, have the freedom to create more, do more, have more, and be more. So you have a lot of options. You're lucky in these two areas with the options that you have. But it is also a con, because maybe with the many options, you can lose sight of what's important. Or sometimes when we have a lot of options, we tend to feel relieved. We're like, I don't need to do this because whenever I want, I'll have these options. So don't make the options ever let you lose sight of the advantages and the potential that you have, and working on this potential to get what you want. Because if you don't use these options in the right way, it's as if you don't have them at all. And so make use of these options to your advantage. Don't use it to do other things like, for example, being lazy or ignoring something important or waiting, for something that's not that important or relevant. Use these options wisely. So options will be a great friend, a great lover, something that you will really love if you do take care of it. But it can also be something that may not be your friend, could be your enemy. It's like a frenemy, if you don't use it well. So depending on how you look at things and how you deal with the options that you have, it could be either a friend or foe. Finally, let's take a look at the final outcome. I love this for you. You've got the 9 of Pentacles with ripeness. My dear pile number 1, given that you, of course, take your advice into consideration, you are genuinely moving in a very positive direction, very favorable direction. Everything that you are working too hard towards now is going to ripen, and you're going to taste the delicious fruits of your hard labor. Also, you as a person, you're going to blossom and ripen. So you're going to be very lucky in these two areas next in your life. Like I said, it's the quiet before all the abundance comes into your life. The 9 of Pentacles is being absolutely fulfilled materialistically, and material is the Taurus. It's both elements, the body and the wealth. You're very soon going to be very lucky in these two areas. Make sure that you take care of the things that you are not looking at the moment, and to use the options that you have to your favor, and not to ignore what you need to do. And so, my dear pile number 1, congratulations. Abundance in terms of your health, your beauty, as well as financial abundance is appearing in your life at the moment. Congratulations. I wish you all the best of luck with that. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Yeah, and look out for that doorbell, that opportunity that's coming in your life. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at your portal of abundance. What type of abundance is entering your life at the moment? To do this reading, I will be first taking a quick overview of what this abundance is, and then I'll be doing a Celtic cross so that we can study the whole type of energy. What happened in the past with regards to this energy, the present moment, what's about to happen, and all of that. Can't wait to get into your reading. But first, let me introduce your pile to you. I feel like these two, actually, and this one. Wow, I didn't expect all of these, but trusting the process. Your crystal is the beautiful Dalmatian Jasper point. And if you've picked your significator card is the co-creator card. And if you've picked your pile using your signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Pisces, Sagittarius, Aries, and Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to see, to pick their piles as well. All right, first thing I'm noticing is a lot of cards for this energy of abundance. I just wanted to pick like 2 from the tarot deck, 1 and 1. But again, like I said, trusting the process. Let's see what this is very quickly. So you've got Earth with the keyword lessons. Also, Earth could be earthly abundance type of thing. Maybe it's like traveling the world, or let's see. So you've got reorientation, awareness, 3D experience, which is very likely, schooling, duality, human condition, reality, practicality, physical body is another thing, nature, stability, and mission. And you've got domination with Mars in Sagittarius, Moon in Pisces with empathy, Venus in Sagittarius again with flirtation, 2 Sagittarius and a map. You know, the 9th house is the house of traveling. So I would say for a lot of you, there's traveling involved here. And you've got resourcefulness. Yes, so I'm seeing several things. Sun in Cancer with resourcefulness. I am seeing them all pertaining to the Earth card. And so this looks to me like traveling happening. There's traveling happening. The door of traveling is opening up. The door to abundance in terms of resources and finances is opening up. And empathy over something that is overcoming you. So the third energy that I'm seeing here, actually I'm seeing 4 to be honest. So let's go again. Traveling, your hopes to be heard in terms of trying to overcome something that is overcoming you. Resources, more resources and finances, which is another thing you've been praying for, like a lot of abundance in finances. And finally, I'm seeing the energy of flirtation, like some love happening in your life. Let me write these 4 down and I'll be back. All right, so we have overcoming an issue, financial abundance, matters of the heart, and traveling. Okay, you still have tarot cards, so let's see what it says. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, what it shows, I mean. So you've got the Fool, 4 of Wands, and 9 of Swords. That's definitely strong energy of a new beginning, overcoming or leveling up from stress, something that was holding you hostage to a specific energy. So that's very strong. Like, I know you've got 4 energies, but that's one of the major energies that you're going to feel. A form of abundance that will allow you to finally get over the stress and something that's been putting a lot of pressure and trying to control you. And we can see Justice, 2 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords. Really? Oh, there's like a huge emphasis on this. Wow. You've got a lot of things coming up for you, my dear pile number 2. I mean, I'm now wondering how we're going to do the Celtic cross, but I'm trusting the process, because if you can see here, you don't see some form of great justice that is about to happen towards someone who was bullying you with the 5 of Swords. Not you and not them, none of you two thought this type of karma or justice is about to happen to help you overcome the bullying of someone. Where do we begin with your reading? I get it why you have the Earth now. It's kind of like you're getting it all, because we even have lessons with the Earth here, which is, you know, what we're seeing here as well. You learning your lesson and moving on, and you're overcoming something, some form of bullying power. Your tarot cards here are so focused specifically on this, which makes me feel that yes, you're getting these 4 things, but there is an emphasis on overcoming an issue. That seems to be a very strong focus here. Okay. So that is what we're seeing. Let me clear the table, place this here. Now we know what this is all about, and explore this whole reading for you, this portal of abundance, portal of abundance it is for you. I'll clear this out and we can do a Celtic cross to see what's going on. I think the Celtic cross is going to be more focused on letting us know the story of how things are going to unfold with all of this energy. I'll be back. Okay, let's take a look now at the whole energy to see what you can expect. How has this energy been forming? What is going on? Because a lot is definitely going on in your reading. So that's the past energy. That's the present. This is what is affecting it. What's on top of mind? Your subconscious mind, and what you're vibrating, because that's very important to how things play out in your life. Near future energy. And then the part right here is going to be, why is this happening? What's happening now? That portal opening up, like we get more perspective. Perhaps you can do more of that energy. So why is this happening, or what's affecting this energy? What you're not seeing about this situation, the pros and cons, as well as the final outcome. So that's the intention. There we go. That's the intention for now. Let's take a look at the past energy. So I will also be using this oracle deck to clarify things whenever needed. But yeah, let's take a look at your past energy. What was going on there? Recent past. 4 of Swords. I think in the past energy, not much was going on, really. I don't think you were uncomfortable in any way. You seem to be doing fine, but, you know, you're resting. Everything is as is. Not much really is going on. At least anything that's different from what you usually are used to, the usual rhythm of life, it seems. You're comfortable with the usual rhythm of life. Let's just double check. I'm glad we saw that. Mars in Sagittarius, that's the exact card, isn't it? I feel now that yes, the part about not much was going on. Perhaps you wanted to do more, but I feel like you were fine, yes. You wanted to do more, but there is a reason for this stagnancy, for things to be in the same rhythm, and that's because you may have gotten used to something having that type of grasp or power over you. Some of you could have even been bedbound because there's a pillow here, with maybe a specific illness or not feeling well that was that had a grasp on you somehow. So yeah, that's the recent past here. Not much is going on, but you're aware that there is something that's kind of has power over you feel. And notice with the religions here, and the 4 of Swords, that your reading is showing you that this power, so to speak, was able to overcome you or have dominance over you because you believed with such conviction that you were powerless, that you couldn't do anything about it. That is the number one reason. The other thing, which could have been equal in power to you or maybe even less, had that type of power over you. So that's just a note here to think about, to keep in mind, I mean. Okay, again, let's take a look at the present energy. Oh, nice. 7 of Cups. And what's affecting that? The Knight of Swords. Something recently happened that's giving you hope. It's making you imagine or look at the different options that you have. Maybe it's some form of communication or some form of success, or something started moving. You know, the Knight of Swords is the fastest knight in the deck. So while things were stagnant here, something started moving. Now try inspecting what this something is in case you're not sure. Something recently started moving. Maybe this is talking about mental progress because we're talking about the swords. Maybe you've recently read information that helped you change these strong beliefs, or maybe you have taken action, maybe you've done something swiftly. Something now started moving in a positive direction, in a strong way, prompting you to think of different options, as opposed to before when you were like sleeping on it, feeling like nothing can happen. At least now you're like, you know what? I did do this, I did do that. These worked out for me, things moved. So perhaps I do have options. And now you're broadening, you know. Here is like, there's nothing I can think about or do. Here it's opening up the mind to the different varied options that you can actually do. Opening up your mind, yeah. So you're thinking, can I do this? Can I do it like that? I do have options over that which is trying to dominate me. Maybe I can do this. And you're pleasant about it. This figure is smiling. You're like, I'm so pleased that this worked. So maybe this power doesn't have that much grasp over me after all. But I just need to figure out how I can assert my dominance back, or how can I show my power. Let's take a look at what's top of mind at the moment. The Page of Wands. You feel like you have grown some form of power. You're so excited. It's like the very first time a child stands up and walks. It's the first time when someone learns how to bike and they got it. It's that first spark of excitement when you find yourself doing something that you couldn't feel like or fathom that you couldn't do before. So top of mind, you're very excited. You're like, look at me doing this. Look at me doing that. Ooh. And so your beliefs are changing. And it's a nice thing to see the Knight of Swords, actually. We were just talking about convictions of beliefs. Knight of Swords is about faith as well. So I think it's interesting that you keep having faith. So your faith, or the direction, the loyalty is changing to a new type of faith. You're like, I actually believe in myself more. I believe that I do have options. I believe that I can do more about this situation. And so now you're in a phase of co-creating with the universe, where before you were waiting for things to happen to you or for you. You're like, if good things happen, it's happening to me. If bad things are happening, it's happening to me. Now there's the energy of you opening up your eyes, realizing for the first time that moment where the child doesn't have to rely on the parent to give them something. They've just learned how to go get it for themselves. They just learned how to do that fun thing for themselves. Is exactly what I'm seeing. You're co-creating with the universe now. You're not sitting waiting for things to happen. You're like, oh, I get it. I can work with this energy. I can do something about it. In fact, I have many options. So it's a time of excitement for you at the moment with the Page of Wands. You're stepping into that excitement. You're stepping into that power after feeling helpless for a long time. Because with the Knight of Swords, what you've tried, a lot of it at least has worked out for you. And you're like, yay, I can do this. I'm learning how to work my wand. What's going on unconsciously here? The Hierophant. You're really learning, deep learning. This is like unconscious deep learning. A cube or a box, a space has been created in your subconscious mind, filling up information about this new discovery that you've made. It's like when we learn math, a new box opens up and we fill and we store everything pertaining to it. And our memory moves from these different boxes. I'm not an expert, that's as far as I understand it. So to me, this is talking about the new possibility that you can do something about it, especially from spending a lot of time believing that you can't, and you understanding has formed in your mind. And that's powerful with the Hierophant, because it shows that now you're understanding that you have power. You're respecting your power. And the Hierophant, by the way, is also faith and belief. Can you believe it? Like the amount of cards talking about faith and belief is pretty strong. So you're forming a new faith, a new belief that you have power in your hands. You're just learning how to maneuver this energy, how to work with it, what you can do with it, what your options are, how to shift this nasty dynamics to your favor. So that is what's going on at the moment. Can we check why this suddenly happened? So yeah, exactly. Why did this suddenly happen? What happened there? I'm seeing with the Knight of Swords progress, like fast progress. Let's check out why this happened. Six of Wands, exactly. You've succeeded at doing something recently. You've gotten a lot of encouragement for it. You've done something bold. Like this person is here speaking in front of a crowd confidently, right? So it's one of the things that people have fears towards. Maybe that's it. And now I understand it's like something, it's a skill. So this is talking about a skill, actually. You thought you didn't have a specific skill, maybe, or something bold. There was something bold that you always wanted to do to overcome this. Maybe this is a limiting belief overcoming you, or a person, who knows. But now it seems like you've tried something out, it worked, and you're on your way of reversing this because you got a lot of positive feedback for it. Even if that positive feedback isn't from others, although I really feel it is from others, but if it isn't, at least you saw yourself going, oh my God, I did this. Wow, I did this, which means I can do this. So let's now look at the options. So that's what I'm seeing here. It's recent success in doing things that you previously couldn't do before, allowing your mind to open up and think, gosh, I can do this. Let's look at your abundance here. Yeah, overcoming an issue seems to be the highlight here. But there's more. Financial abundance, matters of the heart, and traveling. Right. So far, that's what we're seeing going on. It is you overcoming this issue, which continues to be something that we're seeing throughout your reading. Right. So what can you expect in your near future? The Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles denotes two things here. First of all, it denotes progress on the previous reading that we've seen. But knowing that you have financial abundance going on here, which was which card? The financial abundance. It was, I can't remember, but you did have financial abundance. So this denotes two energies happening in your near future. In the very near future, you will see, first of all, growth with the Seven of Pentacles on the work that you're doing here. So good job with that. So you're growing, you're understanding, forming new beliefs, and overcoming that which used to overcome you. One. Number two, there's something about the seeds sprouting. See, that's another energy here. You're growing more abundance. So you're working on something or things that are going to start showing you an increase in wealth. Which means that in your near future, you're going to watch yourself grow as a person and grow in your abundance. Right. So we did explore that, overcoming an issue, financial abundance. We're starting to see there. Yeah. Now two energies are left. I wonder if they're going to be shown here. Let's see. So next up, we're taking a look at what you're not seeing. So what are you not seeing, my dear pile number 2? Seven of Swords. There is something tricky. Something is escaping you. It's very funny. You know, pile number 1 had something like that. Like something was escaping them. I would say, they even have had the Seven of Swords as clarification for that. I would say, if you are drawn to pile number 1, you might just find more information about your reading there. So you've got the Seven of Swords. We definitely need to clarify that, because this is talking about something tricky, something is escaping you, or maybe you can escape something and you're not seeing that. Let's find out more. We'll just put that to the side for now and ask for clarification on the Seven of Swords. There is definitely tricky energy. Maybe someone's stealing something from you even. That's Seven of Swords. So let's see. Five of Swords, that bully energy. Okay. Right. There's something you're not seeing. Two of Cups. Oh, I totally get this. Okay. Yes. Three of Swords. Oh my God, this is so clear. We did see matter of the heart, right? We did have matters of the heart. This flirtation here. Look. Due to that energy, whatever is bullying or dominating you here, is at the moment preventing you from having a wonderful connection of the heart, because it seems with the Three of Swords that due to the pain and perhaps tears as well, due to the pain, you could be escaping the opportunity of finding the right person. Like, for example, if the Four of Swords is resting, like, I'm not going to deal with what I'm afraid of, just like public speaking. I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to go. Although when you did go, everyone's like, wow, what a fantastic job. Similarly, here, if the energy is not dealing with people, not just public speaking, for example, then that bullying energy, that dominance energy, is preventing you, is stealing from you the opportunity of finding love that could happen right now in your life, in that time of abundance and portal opening up, because your pain is interfering. Two of Cups could also be harmony, finding final harmony with this bullying energy. If you don't resonate with love, finding harmony could escape you due to pain. So maybe you're trying to escape, and that constant escape, what you're not seeing about it is that it could either create harmony or find the right person, depending on what resonates with you. And so I want to get guidance on what you're meant to do then. Since this is what's happening, what you're not seeing, what are you guided to do exactly? Since I'm sure this energy is not so easy. I mean, easier said than done to say, get on the stage or do this or do that. Let's see what your guidance is. Six of Cups. Four of Pentacles. You can see the this is the Five of Pentacles. I was wondering, because there seems like someone here begging for money, right? So, and here is someone giving. Six of Cups. Okay. The Fool. This is an inner child. Six of Cups is also a card of children. So this is definitely an inner child. Your inner child is almost begging, needs something that perhaps they didn't get at an early age. But your guidance is you can give your inner child that energy. You don't need anyone on the outside to give it to your inner child. The most effective form is you giving it to yourself, to your inner child. Okay. In case you don't know how to do that, And how is that related to your escape? Oh, if you give it to your inner child, then your inner child will not want to escape anymore. Okay, understood? So how can you give it to your inner child? How can you give what your inner child needs, and thus it won't be running and escaping anymore? I feel guided to pull out one of these cards here, and then 2 tarot cards. Venus and Libra with indecision. The Sun. Libra is balance, love, and the Star. Okay, so this is talking about Venus in Libra. Oh my God, Venus in Libra is perfect placement, actually, not just for love, but for beauty. This is Empress energy. So this is talking, how can you give love to your inner child? Your cards are showing it's in the form of harboring and honoring your dreams with the Star card, being and becoming with the Sun card, who you want to become. When your inner child sees you becoming, that's why there's so much focus on you improving. This makes a lot of sense now. So when you will find your balance by taking good care of yourself, and that is, what are my dreams? I'm going to work on these dreams. Who do I want to become? Honor that. And the more you honor this energy, the more you are, in fact, giving to your inner child and healing it. It's like giving it a new life, allowing it to emotionally mature. And this ultimately will help you not have to escape anymore. And it seems like it's something that you can tap into it. I feel like you don't have to wait for the dream to come true, but by tapping into that energy and working on it, you're already tapping into the healing, and you will find yourself not having to run and escape. So take care of that energy, because it will give you a lot right away. Okay, so that's the energy that I am seeing here. Let's collect your cards here. And now we understand why this is happening and what you're not seeing. Lovely. How about I put these cards back so that we can use them in case we want to in the last 2 parts of your reading. Let me do that and I'll be back. All right, so I'm back. And so this is again another form or another way that you can co-create or co-work with the energy that is opening up for you these days. So make use of that energy by starting to take care of your dreams and shine bright in the way that you deserve to shine bright. Okay, so pros and cons of the situation at hand here, of what's happening. Knight of Cups. Ooh. Knight of Cups is the knight that follows their heart and does what they love. So the pros here is that you're finally following your heart. You're finally following your desires. You're listening to your intuition and what your heart wants. You're listening to your inner child. You're listening to your desires. You're finally opening up your mind to new ways of thinking, as opposed to a foreign energy grasping over your own power. And that foreign energy are like limiting beliefs. But at the same time, the cons here, the con here could be vulnerability. Vulnerability. Yes, I know when we open up, we're vulnerable, but are you really opening up? I think you're more, you are opening up. You're being bold and you are doing things that you haven't tried before. But that's the point. You have to fall many times before you learn how to walk. And so it may be a con temporarily, like the hurts of the heart as you learn and you grow are only temporarily, but they're very vital. And it's like you must understand that they are vital to overcoming or gaining a new skill or overcoming that type of domination. So I think this is talking about following your heart and not being afraid of being hurt as you try new things out. May look like a con now, but in the grand scheme of things and in the long haul, this is going to be the best loving gift you have offered to yourself. And any guidance there, when you do feel a little bit hurt and vulnerable, justice. Bring yourself the balance. It's okay to feel hurt. It's okay to experience this pain. That's okay. That's just normal. Just like when a child falls, they cry a little bit. What do they do again? They find their rebalance and they try again. So yes, it's okay to feel pain. It happens. Don't be afraid of it. Experience it. In fact, it could be healing to release sadness. But always, without fail, pick yourself back up again and find your balance. I'll leave that actually there. Now, let's take a look at the final outcome. I have not seen traveling so far. Knight of Swords, we did say, is the fastest knight in the deck. Are you like traveling now? Are you moving somewhere? I do know that you had 2 Sagittarius. But you know what? For some of you, you are moving now. That could be what Sagittarius denotes, unless something else here comes up that I'm not seeing yet. Another thing about Sagittarius in the 9th house, doesn't just have to be traveling, by the way. Sagittarius is a new life philosophy. So if that final part here, traveling, doesn't exactly resonate with you, I would say there is strong power of changing your life philosophy, which I mean we're seeing here, and overcoming that which used to overcome you, using that portal to work with the universe, to overcome that, to create a lot of abundance, for your abundance to increase exponentially, for you to open up the space for amazing love to come in. And let's see the final outcome. The King of Cups. King of Cups denotes, see here, you're going after the things that you want, right? Here, the King of Cups has found its balance, which brings all of the reading together. The final outcome is that you will feel emotionally balanced and strong. You will achieve your dreams with the King of Cups, the very things you're going after now, trying to achieve for yourself that mean a lot to you. You will be in love with the King of Cups, and you will love the fulfillment of the finances that are working out and growing for you. These are all of the energies that I see for you when it comes to this portal. Some of you, this portal opens up 11:11 and a travel opportunity instantly comes your way with the Knight of Swords. Like, you'll be hearing about this right away. If you don't, then in your case, this is talking about specifically how your faith is changing. And my dear pile number 2, I genuinely enjoyed your reading. I wish you the best of luck with this type of abundance in your life that is happening. May you enjoy all of that surge of energy coming in. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. As you know, we're taking a look at a special reading, 11:11. We're taking a look at what type of abundance can you expect during that time, that opening of that portal. These are the decks that I'll be using to explore this energy for you. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them in the description box for you. So very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Bloodstone point. Your significator card is building blocks. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Leo, Libra, Taurus, and Virgo. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Right, so excited. The way we're going to do the reading today is first take a quick overview at what this blessing is, and then we're going to be doing a full Celtic cross to see how things are going to develop, what you can expect now, what you can expect in the near future, and all of that when it comes to this or these, who knows, blessings or type of abundance that you can expect in your life right now. So let's explore this reading together. Very exciting times. You've got Juno with the keyword commitment. So other keywords here are marriage, long-term relationships, fulfillment, compatibility, give and take, loyalty, partnerships, intimacy needs, soulmates, unions, and the month of June. Something funny, when I was reading unions, I also heard in my mind unicorn, almost to a point where I was actually going to say it. So I'll keep that in mind. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You've got Venus in Scorpio with secrets. You've got Mercury in Cancer with intuition. Very spiritual, this relationship, if this is an actual relationship happening. You've got building blocks, like building a healthy relationship with someone, whether this means a love relationship or an actual relationship that you're in, or some form of partnership, by the way. It doesn't have to be like love. It could also be one form of partnership or the other. Highly spiritual. It's going to be really good. And you've got Mercury in Aries with restlessness. Okay. You've got the 10 of Wands, 10 of Fire. And you've got the 6 of Cups. That's so cool. This 10 of Wands just looks like a festival of lights, doesn't it? So, so beautiful. Well, perhaps you've been without this light in your heart for a long time, because the 10 of Wands is heaviness, right? So maybe you've been heavy at heart for a long time. You know, 6 of Cups. No, hold on. How do I begin this? 6 of Cups is reminiscing. 6 of Cups is, walking in memory lane. So for some of you, it could be that. But I'm more picking, unless this resonates for you, because you've got an ancient figure here. So that could be for some of you a memory from the past. If you're like, what? That's not abundance in that case. So that's not resonating for you specifically. Maybe somebody needs to hear it. But what I'm actually seeing is light entering again, replacing heaviness, feelings of heaviness. This time with intuition, it's going to feel right. Yes, this is definitely talking about a partnership here. That's the abundance that's coming in your life at the moment. Restlessness, when someone is excited about something and falls in love and they see this person and they get restless. That's what I'm feeling here. Like something is jump starting in your life at the moment with Aries. It's a cardinal sign. It's a sign of passion as well. So, the restlessness in the legs here reminds me of a personal story. It takes me back to the first time when I was a teenager, my first ever real love. And it was a guy who had some feelings for me for a year, I think. I didn't even know about it. And when he talked to me, my best friend was standing next to me and he was restless with his legs. I think he was so excited or maybe like a bit anxious, and he would be making moves like this with his legs, moving in, moving out. I think he wasn't really like, he was a bit anxious, and my friend at that time, she leaned over and she said, look at how anxious this guy is. This guy must really like you. Something like that. So taking that memory, so that part doesn't resonate with me, of course. Now this guy, we're best friends, we're good friends now, he's married and everything. It just reminds me, speaking of memories and restlessness, this is what I was kind of extracted from my vision when I'm looking at your card. So it looks here like a new commitment is happening in your life. For most of the people listening here, this is a love connection. This is a soulmate, whether in the form of love or partnership towards something that you both will care about, like business or a cause that you care about, or maybe even friendship. But that's a soulmate that you'll be meeting. And this soulmate will be so passionate and excited about you. You will recognize this person right away from their restlessness, whether this is like actual description what I told you about here, or maybe this person will be maybe texting you a lot, calling you a lot, coming in back and forth, talking to you or something. There seems to be a form of restlessness coming from a sweet source of passion. You will feel with your intuition right away. You will go, this feels right. This feels right. This feels, maybe the ancient here is signifying, I feel like I know this person, like from another life. They will feel so familiar to you. And initially, you will feel drawn to knowing more about this person with the secrets card here. With all of the light, there's sudden interest in your heart. And you're like, I want to know more about this and this and this. What are they up to? What are they doing? Something opens up in your heart and you're so curious about them. You want to know. I think they are going to be very interesting to you, especially with Mercury. We can see the god Mercury here. As you can see intellect, communication. Yeah, intellect. I think this person will be full of marvels, and you will want to know more and more and more about them every day. Not to mention them, of course. There's no question. It's moving in this direction towards you, but also you. So expect a very interesting relationship that's leading to full-blown commitment to happen in your life. You feel like this person is hunting you, fishing around for you, something like that, trying to catch you, but of course in a sweet, loving way. It's a 6 of Cups. They feel like you are food to the soul, and maybe even something significant, super significant, might happen in June. Keep that date in mind. Because with building blocks being your significator card, you can see that this is someone who you will build this connection with brick by brick until it becomes something solid and strong. Both of you will enjoy this brick by brick. In fact, speaking of enjoyment, you see how the bricks are falling? Does not this remind you of Tetris, right? The game with the blocks falling and things falling into place and you putting it in the right place. So I feel like you're going to enjoy building this connection, and it's going to form into something solid, beautiful, fun, but intensely good is how I can describe it. So that is the form of abundance that I see happening in your life. My dear pile number 3, abundance of love and loyalty and long-term connection that may lead to marriage, depending again on what marriage could mean to you. Ending heaviness. Maybe you were alone and lost because it looks like a dark forest. And there is the light, bringing a lot of positivity and beautiful beauty in your life. That's exactly what I see. Let me clear the table and we can start your Celtic cross to explore that energy further. All right, so let's create that your Celtic cross so that we see the development of that energy and what's going on. So past energy, present energy, and what's affecting it, your thoughts about it, your subconscious thoughts about it, the near future energy. Then on the side, we'll be taking a look at why this is happening, that current energy or the energy we're exploring, what you're not seeing, the pros and cons of this, as well as the final outcome. Okay, I'll be supporting it with oracle cards whenever needed to understand better. Oh, look at that. Well, that fell right there. To support your tarot cards. But let's get straight into it and take a look at the past energy of this abundant energy that we just explored. So, 0, Pilgrim. This is the Fool card. Something did, in fact, just start happening in the near past. Something has begun. Fool can signify someone falling, right? Because the Fool stands on a cliff, or someone about to fall. So it could mean that perhaps something started, someone likes you, someone has their eye on you, some energy just started forming, whether you are aware of it or not. The Pilgrim here is moving from one place to another in this deck. So maybe something has started as a result of a certain movement. Did you move offices? Did you move places? Did you recently change homes? Maybe you were commuting. That could be another thing while you were commuting. Maybe it's them. Maybe it's the other person involved in the reading here. They're moving and they see you. Let's get more. This seems to be important. So let's get more information about it. What seems to have started here? And what is this move talking about? Can we kindly get more information, please? 1, 2, and no, actually this one and 3. And then let's pull out, thanks, a card, a 2 from here. So what's going on with that beginning? Something that just started happening. You've got the Goddess of Fire here. This is the King of Wands. Ooh, passion right away. My God. So cool. You've got, and there's the fox here that we see here. You've got the 4 of Fire, the 4 of Wands. Wow. Oh, wow. That's a lot of passion for a new beginning. And you've got the Witch of Air. This is the Queen of Swords. You know, the Queen of Swords is knowledgeable. So I would say a knowing. This placement is in the near past. So this has already happened. This is someone seeing you and right away knowing and acknowledging that you seem to be the one regarding one aspect or the other. If they're looking for love, then that's it. If they're looking for a partnership, then that's it. A business partnership maybe. But this is definitely someone, look at that. Zoom in, wing. Someone seeing you right away, knowing with full conviction and full passion that there is something about you. Let's explore that. 4 of Wands, by the way, is a card of commitment, like a leveling up commitment, because sometimes in love readings it could signify marriage. So it's like someone knows right away, oh my God, this is the person I want to commit to. This is it. This is what the witch cooking here is like something magical starts happening, a spell. It's almost like a spell. A love spell happens. Something's in the workings. Something's like, you know, with the intuition that we saw in the very beginning of your reading, like there's secrets, there's inner knowing, there's something about something spiritual happens where it's perhaps the knowing from an old life, from a past life, like something happens. You've already interacted with each other at some point in your spiritual paths, maybe not in this lifetime, but your souls recognize each other, and right away there is this spark again. And I say again because of the past life. Something sparks up instantly. It's like, who is this person? Who is this person? Let's see what else we're seeing. Oh my God. See, discrimination shows amongst everyone, they will be able to not discriminate, but recognize you. Amongst everyone, they can recognize you, or they recognized you. And Saturn in Sagittarius with fulfillment, there's something about movement, you see. Someone is moving, and it's during that move that this other person recognized them, saw them. This is the talisman for winning the lottery. And so, as you can see, this is a person who recognizes that you're 1 in a million. What are the chances to meet or see someone like you? They feel fulfilled just thinking about you. So this is a huge deal here. This is a huge situation for sure. And yes, you've already met that person, as we can clearly see in your card. Something with the full card has already started. This has already started, whether you're aware of it or not. Really nice. Okay, let's look at the present energy then of this situation. What's going on? This is the messenger of air. This is the page of swords, holding, oh, so sweet, holding these beautiful birds. The page of swords. What's affecting the page of swords? Like someone wants to start communicating, by the way. Messenger, right? So maybe someone wants to message, is thinking about messaging you or communicating with you. The thought is strong at the moment. And what's affecting it? The Wheel of Fortune. This cycle of past life is pushing their soul to connect. All the lives are connected. It looks like they are separate, but at the soul level, everything is connected. And they feel strong about this. They want to communicate with you. So we're reading their energy, okay? So it's both of your energies, but mainly we're reading, at least here in the present moment. So let's wait. Let's not jump into conclusions. We're reading both of your energies. Something has already started. It's from their side. What's going on at the moment? Obviously, if you're not aware of what's started, then it's their energy that's in the workings at the moment, because it is them who are thinking about it. And so they feel very fortunate. We keep seeing that for you. They feel very fortunate, and it's that sense that they're very lucky to encounter someone like you and feel this way is really making them think a lot about communicating with you. What's on top of mind specifically? That light that entered the heart. We did explore that card a few minutes ago when we were just looking at the energy of your reading, right? Can you see your card? I think we should push these a bit down so you can see your card. The 10 of Wands. It feels great, but it's laying heavy on their hearts at the same time, because they feel like maybe you think it's gonna be weird. Maybe they don't know how to do it. Maybe they're trying to figure out and they don't know. Maybe they're afraid of losing you. I don't know. Something lays heavy here. They don't know how to connect with you. But it feels just right with all of the light filling this 10 of Wands. It feels right. It feels spiritually guided. It feels like the universe gave it to them. And they are thinking. There's a lot of light, a lot of thought happening at the moment. on how they can do this, right? Let's now take a look at the subconscious mind. What's going on a subconscious level? 10 of Pentacles. They're like, they feel absolute abundance thinking about you. Ooh, who is this person? And you've got Jupiter and Libra with negotiation. So subconsciously, these are the two energies. I want to say that they're obsessing with, like occupying their mind, the focus of their mind. How blessed they are, which keeps coming up. How blessed they are. And negotiation. How can they talk to you? How can they bring the moon and the sun together? How can they make this happen? They feel very lucky with Jupiter. They feel guided. They feel like it's meant to be. 7th house is the house of intimate connections. Again, we get that confirmation. And at the moment, they're really thinking, weighing things out. They're not very decisive on how to do it, because that's Libra energy. And so there is the how is currently what's taking up the space of their minds. And they're thinking about, if they do in fact contact you, what are they going to be saying? What's your response going to be like? How can they make this negotiation with you to make things happen? Like, how can they convince you that you should connect with them, that you can build something with them? You see, that's what's going on in their mind at the moment. They're seriously thinking of specifically messaging. I could be wrong, but I think they'll either message you or call you. Okay, before we take a look at the near future, I want to take a look at why this is happening. It is in your reading. I think it's the right time to explore that energy. Why is this happening? Why are they thinking about messaging you? The Guardian, this is the Emperor. Well, this is really nice. The Emperor is a strong character. And so not only do they feel strong about this, but they are by nature a strong person. So they're not just going to watch something that they love pass them by. The reason all of this negotiation is going on in their minds in the first place is because they are a strong character and they believe they can approach you, they can talk to you, but they just want to know what's the right thing to say. Also, the 4s are stability. They feel right about this. They feel like they want to build a foundation. They want to start building some form of foundation with you. And I'm not talking genders here, but it's kind of like the Emperor looking for their Empress kind of energy. It's like the other half. I found my one kind of energy. So, yeah, they feel like they're confident. They have this confidence, because of the Emperor, that they can build something with you. They're very confident about it. And it's like, you see the fox now is looking at the Emperor, is always looking towards you at the camera. But now the fox is, let's call this fox attention. And so here, the attention, as much as they see you, they also see themselves. And that's not like they're not arrogant in any way. They're just stable with the force. They're confident. They know you're gonna like them too, if you just give them the chance. So they're very self-confident. They can see themselves as they see you, and you always want to be with a confident person. That's great, stable energy for to be with someone, whether this is a partner in business or a partner in life. Okay, really nice. So that's why this is all happening. It's due to the confidence and the power that they feel they have. They feel like they can approach you and make it happen. All right, so nice. Now let's take a look at your near future energy. What can you expect in the near future about this situation? Oh, so sweet. 3 of Pentacles. And notice it's coming in the Pentacles. So there's something so sweet about this card. Three of Pentacles is collaborating together, working together, but notice how the heads are intimately getting closer. So this is saying that in the near future, expect some collaboration to begin between the two of you. So they're not gonna talk to you about emotions right away, but they're finding a smart way to bring the heads together. Remember when I told you you're gonna have nice intellectual head-to-head conversations together? You can see here that the negotiation, that's what they've been envisioning. You can see here that in the near future, they're gonna bring up an opportunity, find an opportunity, make it happen for both of you to start collaborating with each other, put your heads together towards a common project maybe, or a common goal that you like. And they believe that this way you can start to get to know each other and get closer to each other. So that is what's happening in your near future with this person. Right, so cool. So this has already started. Maybe you just don't know about it. And these days you might be getting communication from someone telling you, hey, would you like to collaborate on this and that? I think it's going to be cool. I hope you're interested. Something like that. All right, so that is the energy of the near future. Now let's see what it is that you're not seeing about this situation. I think you're not seeing them. I could be wrong, just guessing. Two of Wands, the potential of this. I think when they approach you and contact you, you're either not seeing a potential that's already forming without your knowledge yet, because the thistle, we believe that it's not really useful, but it is a very useful flower for many animals feed on it. So what you're not seeing is maybe someone that you could be, without knowing, like seeing here and there sometimes, saw one time. So I think you did see that person, but you're like, you carried on. You're like, didn't really focus on the thistle. But the thistle is beautiful, by the way. They make the fields look beautiful. So this is something beautiful that you overlooked. That's what you're not seeing. You've overlooked someone with great potential for some huge fire to begin between the two of you. There's interlacing between the two snakes here. The interlacing of two worlds. So you did see this person, but you overlooked them. Okay. Didn't see the potential, at least. Maybe you thought, no potential here. Maybe you didn't think it was important, and so on. That's what I'm seeing with what you're not seeing. Because up until this card, I thought you didn't meet this person. So nice perspective. I'm glad we asked this question. Now, let's take a look at a very important energy, which is the pros and cons of this whole situation. The Sun. What a lovely card. What are the cons of the Sun? The shadow. The Sun casts a shadow. So overall, the pros is that it's going to be a very positive thing in your life. But make no mistake, this is going to highlight and show you where your shadows are. This is a relationship as positive and bright and beautiful and warm as it is. It's going to cast a strong shadow. Like you're gonna see your shadow very well. So make use of that. It's a good thing for you to have an overview of what your shadow is, and because it will help you heal. The Sun card, by the way, is a card of healing. So seeing that shadow is like 50% of the, you know how they say proper diagnosis is 50% of the healing. It's always good to know exactly where the shadow lies. Sometimes we know, we feel something lurking, it's fuzzy, it's not clear. Is it my shadow? Is it somebody's shadow? But having a strong shadow, well defined, is like, that's my shadow. It moves like this, it does this. So it's always good to properly see the shadow for what it is, so that you have the opportunity to fully heal it. So yeah, strong emotions, very stable, very beautiful. And that's how the building blocks are going to happen. Maybe you two are going to show this person their shadow, and both of you are like, I see that, and maybe even help each other, swapping information or talking head to head, or seeing how the other person deals with it sometimes is another way of being enlightened with how to heal a shadow. So that's really nice. Overall, it's definitely a con to integrate your shadow. Okay, finally, let's take a look at the final outcome of this situation. And you've got the 5 of Swords. Look at that protection here. I definitely need more information here with regards to that energy. The 5 of Swords. Winning or losing. Winning or losing. Let me reflect. I need more cards. I need more cards. Seven of Swords. 9 of Wands. And the Page of Pentacles, right? One more Oracle card. And let's now move these to the side so we can properly explore that energy. One Oracle card. What does it mean, winning or losing? What does that mean? Let's pull out an Oracle card. Practicality. That's why you've got building blocks. So final outcome really depends on the two of you. My dear pile number 3. The final outcome is not set in stone, because we did see a highlight on the sun and the shadow. There will be times when it is beautiful. I do see you committed to each other. I see you loyal. I see all the first thing I told you, the huge potential in this connection. And working hard towards it is something that both of you are willing to do. And so you can see that you will either make it or not, depending on your willingness to see your shadow and acknowledge it, work on it. Sometimes it's going to be tricky with the 7 of Swords. It's going to require patience. But you know, all connections really have that. And so it depends on the decisions that you will both be taking. With the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles are learners. They want to gain practical information, knowledge, steps in order to do the right thing. So both of you are very open and receptive to the practical steps that need to be taken, and you will be working hard. But at the same time, sometimes the shadow, like I said, strong light, because it's a beautiful connection, casts strong shadow. Sometimes you won't be challenged by the person themselves. How about that? Sometimes the person is awesome, but the situation that they're in triggers your shadow. Like, for example, the sort of job that they do. Let's say, for example, this person has to be in the spotlight all the time. They're always on television, for example, and they're always they have a lot of fans. Some people are absolutely okay with that, and other people are like, I adore this person, but I can't live this life. Some people are like, it's okay, I understand that they're famous, they're wonderful to me, and we work together to make things okay. we set the right boundaries. I understand them, they understand me, and we work together to make it happen. So something about this connection will trigger your shadow and will trigger theirs. And depending on how you work through this tricky energy, the potential is there. The final outcome is either super winning or losing, leaving it. And it depends on your willingness. The willingness is there with the Page of Pentacles. Both of you will be willing to work hard to make it work. But will your shadows drive you and block the way? Or will you be the one driving your shadow and taking it easy with that tricky energy? And it's a story of your shadow, actually, not the relationship. Your shadow winning over you, or you deciding to win over your shadow. It's something that you can absolutely work on, heal. Absolutely. That's why you had the pros and cons right there. It's something that you can heal. There is also, amidst the things that you feel is sometimes blocking the way towards this connection with the Nine of Wands, so much fruit, so much delicious things about it. And so you want to tread with balance. You want to be practical. Is your guidance here. Like, you don't have to deal with all of this all at once. You can communicate and organize your lives. Sometimes organizing a life can make things easier. Like, hey, I'm going to do this, you do that. We're going to do it like this, but then we're going to do it like that. Understanding each other's shadows very well, learning about each other's shadows, and constantly communicating practical steps that you can do. You can win this, and you will overall find that this person is a very harboring protective energy. Both of you are wise, so you can definitely overcome it. And hey, look at the perks of this. Once you do work together to heal this shadow, your shadow, and they work their shadow, both of you are going to be shining bright. And that energy that used to irritate you in the past will never irritate you again. You will feel like a powerhouse or a power couple. And you may even be laughing at the old things that used to hold you back and say, remember when I used to cry over this? But it's a great opportunity, as you can see, to heal your shadows. Overall, it's a delicious relationship, if we can call it that, beautiful one. And I think the universe is kind of bringing you both back together from the old worlds, because both of you will be able to assist and help each other through the beauty of your connection to heal some important shadow or integrate shadow that both of you want to heal. And my dear pile number 3, this is, if if you're holding each other's hands through this and working it out, which both of you are going to be willing to do, you can overcome and win this, ace this. So my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I wish you the best of luck. May you enjoy this beautiful connection / partnership for the rest of your life. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!